Jover had one mine there, owned by George E. Miller from Lewistown. And there was approximately 75, 80 miners worked at that mine. And I moved there in 1939 and left in 1950, so I knew a little bit about what was going on in Jover. Wow, we lived there. There was 2 miners killed in Rock Falls, and everybody was poor back then too. Nobody had anything. You had to buy in the company store, which is a picture here someplace on it. You had to buy all your stuff from company store, and it was about I think around 14 houses. A big sewer. At the schoolhouse, they had a schoolhouse in Jover too. We went to grade school. But it wasn't too bad of a place to live for a mining town.
When we speak about the history of the Broadtop coal field, we have to remember the importance of the coal miner and their families. The coal miners and the families lived in a number of coal mining towns in the Broadtop, like Coalmont, 6 Mile Run, Coaldale, all symbols of the coal mining industry in the Broadtop. And the coal miners played a very major role in helping to develop and promote the coal mining industry, as did the coal companies who invested money to open the mines and produce the coal. So the coal miners were a very important component of the mining area, obviously, and in time they felt the need for better pay and better working conditions in the mine, better health benefits. This resulted in the creation of the United Mine Workers of America. And every little town in the Broadtop or area had a miners' union, such was the case here in Robertsdale. So the miners and the unions were very helpful in helping to bring about better benefits, better safety conditions in the coal mines. We're going to take a little trip now through the basement of the Broadtop Area Coal Miners Museum with Charlie Gracie. Charlie's our board member, and of course Charlie worked in the coal mines in the 6 Mile Run area and also in the number 9 coal mine at Woodville, or above Woodville. And Charlie's going to lead us through here, and we're going to take a look at some of the mining tools, and he'll talk about the life of a coal miner. And then we'll be stepping into a recreated coal mine at the end of this clip. So at this time, I will introduce Charlie Gracie.
This can here was what the carbide came in, what the miners used in their lamps. The miner used it at the company store, especially a Jover. It was sold out of the store. This piece here is a rail bender. When you had to go around a curve in the mine, you could bend the rails with this piece of machine. Man, I think that. Here's the auger. They used these kind of augers for years by hand. This is a breastplate. I can show you when we go back to the mines how that works. This miner's pick. What else here? Right there is what they call the breastplate. When you're drilling, you use that. Let's see. Well, we got several rock drills here. One-man saws, they used them in the mines to cut props off, set timber, plus pole axe, which down there on the end, that little axe, but all miners had them. And in here is your mining caps, dinner buckets, should be squibs in there too. But that, yeah, that bucket there, they kept either water or coffee in this bottom. Their lunch was in that. This fit inside of that for your pie or cake. These, the lathe here was used, well, I don't know how many years ago, they're wicks on them. Probably back in before the 20s. That's what the miners wore, used them. Then they went to carbide, then they had to quit carbide and go to electric. That's about it around that part of it. This is a carbide light that the miners use. The top here you put water in. There's a control to give it water, a little more, less. And you put your carbide in the bottom. That carbide looks a little bit like limestone. It puts off a gas. Most of the miners spit it to get it going, but you can turn your water on. There, you see the gas coming out. And you screw it back on tight. There's a flint here. That's the way the carbide light works. As I said before about the auger, how to use it. There's how you pull that thing big. That's how they work. There's another carbide can, which is a little better shape than one out there. No needle in here, is there? There's a tampon bar they use when they load the shot. This is brass out here, or lead. So it make no spark. And then there's a needle. Oh, here it is. And you took your needle over. You had your hole drilled. And you filled it with dummies. And then you punched the hole. When you put your powder back in first. Then you made dummies and put in. You took this and you punched the hole back through your dummies. That's when you use squibs. They light a squib, the squib gets back through the hole and hit the dynamite and they go off. But they had to use, this is brass here. This is lead which it rides on. There would be no sparks made. Here's your permissible powder. Sticks like that. That's not the real stuff. Here was a bug light. That's what they call them. They detect gas in the mine. The boss, in the morning, he'd take this light with him to see if there's any gas in the mines, which Broad Top didn't have that problem.